connection stalled out on us the first time. Like I said before, giving a class on how to wrap front bumper. We're using a little bit of custom printed vinyl. So let's get into it. All right, so while he's doing that, you can cut out these fog light areas. If you can see at an angle, you can see where it is. You see the double line. So you want to cut the inside of this, right? You want to use the blade very, very minimal on the blade. I'll even give you one of these. So literally bring the blade out like that, and then you're just gonna cut on the inside, because you want to have enough to be able to tuck into those cracks. No, you're just cutting a hole so you can see what you're doing. And with you start working into these areas, but so working into these areas, you see how you're kind of restricted by this tension up here. So we want to cut away some of that first. Okay. Or even just hold it down. Right, okay. We know we need this. We can cut this out right here. A little piece of that. That might help. And this is one of those bumpers where too, like, if it's too hard, maybe this piece is the inlay. Right.
You
know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get what you're saying, yeah.
It's possible, I've done it before, a couple times, but when I first started, this piece was an inlay for me. And then everything else was more, was workable, yeah. What's up, Dale, man? Yeah, it was, the chat was dying out on me, man. I had to connect back to the Wi-Fi. But yeah, we're doing a class today. What's going on, Mozart? If y'all could throw some lights in the chat, about to get the chat boosted up a little bit. Do a backflip. Mike, I can't even barely stand up straight. My back hurts.
He said it's kick. He said we on kick, man. We need you to go ahead and do backflips and some tricks real quick.
All right, so you got that side. So we'll go over to the other side and do the same thing. For you, we're getting a little ahead of ourselves right here. We wanted to get this. We want to work all this up first before, because now it'll be trapped. And you'll be forced to pull it back out and try to reach that.
Okay, so work towards like that way.
Yeah, we want to work all this out, and then once we get all the flat area down, then we can tuck deeper into the starch. I dare you to hit her with a hammer on the car. That is crazy. Somebody said what engine it got in it. Duramax? So did you find a outline? And then you just want to cut it and do a little circle in there. Then after you do that, I'll give you the tucking tool. And you go around and tuck those edges in. What's up, Izzo? We ain't gonna show the engine, man. Yeah, I use WePrint wraps. I work at WePrint wraps. So yes, I use WePrint wraps. So, and if that's giving you issues.
Yeah, right there, that hole.
Well, we already cut out. So if this is giving you issues, you can always come in here, lift it up, and heat that area. Cool off a little bit, but you see how I could kind of manipulate it to the top of the edge. Okay. Same thing over here. You know those wrinkles right there? Heat that up a little bit. squeegee all that out with ease.
Right.
Bring this down a little bit. All right, so what we got over here? All right, you got that cut out? All right, so I'm gonna give you a tucking tool. So with this, since you got all this slack now, right? Now you could you could tuck this into the crack. This only works because it's a black card, right? You get away with a lot more than this black card. Because a white card would be kind of hard. But you could tuck that in all the way around, and then let me see the razor. Here. Alright, so now I got that tucked in. Now I can cut the crack. Can't even tell. The white, you might see like a little sliver, but yeah. In these corners, remember, too much film makes it a lot harder to tuck it in, so we just want to trim a little bit more weight in the corners. Corner, a little bit more weight. Go around it, you're just lifting it up and then tucking it in. Yeah, we're doing a little training class on wrapping bumpers today. What's up, Kalalala gang? You like that technique?
Oh yeah.
Make it a lot easier than fighting the wrinkles, right?
Man, because look, I would have been fighting wrinkles forever.
Yeah. You gotta find those creative ways to glass it out without, you know, too much stress. Especially on trucks. That's like my go-to. Heating it up and then use my palm to glass the whole area.
Yeah, because me, I would have been like chasing wrinkles for an hour.
Custom printed wrap we just using to train on. It's not a real wrap job. Y'all could throw a like in the chat for me. Let's get the chat boosted up. If y'all got questions, y'all need quotes on your car, you want to know about classes, you want to learn anything about vinyl wrap, just let me know and I'll answer it. Yeah, so what I see you doing, you put a lot of pressure, right? So whenever you do this, almost just use the top edge. Just enough to get it into the crack. Because sometimes pressure will make the wrap rip. So yeah, you're literally just putting the tip in there. Now you can come back and literally like, so if I was to cut a new, I'm gonna break a new tip off, right? I don't have to, I'll do 2 fingers just so you see how much pressure is actually going in. I just put it in there. That's it. Like, I'm not digging it into, you know, you don't be digging into the paint. You're just literally finding the crack and just sliding it. And then you cut. Go real slow, real light, just cutting the wrap. What's a good starting price per square foot to charge a customer? $5. $5 per square foot. What's up, Parth? Yeah, $5 per square foot, man. Coupes starting out maybe 2,500 to 2,750. Sedans $3,000. Bigger truck SUVs 3,500. All right, so now you're using more of the tip. So that's what you're gonna do. Now you're going like that. Angle it. Yeah, quick there. Yeah, because when you use the tip, it starts to get squiggly. And you hold it like this. So if you, yeah, angle. You always want to, since this is your cutting side, the tip's not necessarily your cutting side. You want more of the cutting surface to be, yeah. Yeah, we got the custom printed red bandana wrap going on here. All right, for this bottom corner, I want to show this. So a lot of times, a lot of people have problem with wrinkles and stuff in this bottom corner. So remember what I told you about the tension and stuff? Mm-hmm. So we already somewhat pulled it across.
Right.
But we still got some area to cover and it's still wrinkling up, right? So I still got all. When I pull it this way, it's gonna hug underneath, right? So I'm gonna get it down to my finger and then back across here. Tension to where if I just lift these wrinkles up over here, they're gonna glass out.
Oh, okay.
And then all you gotta do is bring it down at an angle and up underneath. Instead of fighting all those wrinkles, you know?
Yeah, okay.
Same thing over here. If I see this is our ending point right here. Well then, if I got tension, I know this pretty much right here is done. Like I got all this tension taken care of, right? But this area might get a little bit of tension, so I want to bring it out. Let me heat it up. And I'm going to stretch it to that corner. That's the corner, right?
Yeah.
Now when tension's running side to side, I can lift it up, give it some heat. None of that is gonna peel back. That's not gonna peel back out because we got a tension stretching this way, and we got tension stretching this way, so it's hugging the bottom of that bumper.
That is fire.
And then we can go ahead and trim out this excess. Is this?
I think that's a chrome right there.
Yeah. So we can trim out this excess because we gotta lay it in here, which we have our blue tape.
Right.
And then underneath the bumper. So what we got over here? You got that cut out? All right. So just like I was showing him with this bottom bumper area, I want you to try to squeegee this down, but I want you to add a little bit of heat to this bottom area and triangle it down. That way your tension is running side to side, so you can squeegee it to the bottom of the bumper. Yes, you're gonna heat it up, you're gonna bring it down this way at an angle. Get your heat gun. It's training film, not staying on the truck. It's just for training purposes. Doing a wrap class. get you a pad. Flooring brutal. I'm sorry, bro. It's a couple hours on that meat, man. That thing a little funky at the end of the day. Maybe I'm getting over.
I think you might be right.
And even this might be a lot of film, because where we're ending right here, so you're gonna hit the tire. So let's trim this corner out, so you got less. Tell you, them razors disappear like nothing, don't they? Oh, you got it? All right, so we'll trim that little corner out, like right here. Look, everything disappeared. Shouldn't you put it in a box and wrap the box? I have no idea what you're talking about. Are you fully wrapping that truck? No. It's not a birthday present, and no, we're just training on how to wrap a front bumper. That class going today. This, you want to bring the top area off, and then you could go ahead and get this in here, hook it on that corner. See how the wrinkles are running that way, pull them up. This one, there's no getting rid of that one. You have to lift, lay it down, bring this off the car and heat this whole thing. I'll let you stretch it out for you. So, here, here. So as I heat it, actually this can come down a little bit more. Down a little bit more. Okay, so as I heat it, you want to pull it back towards you. Hug it around that bottom corner. You see how the wrinkles are going like down? You want the wrinkles to go back this way. And then pull it down this way. Yep. 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 Now we got it around this corner. That's plastic, so you can worry about that. But when you pulled all that slack this way, it relieved all this tension towards the bottom. So now you can hook it, squeegee all the way down to this trim. Right here. So you can squeegee all of this down to the bottom of the bumper. You just need your squeegee. Who said anything about a birthday present? We're just taking a rap class. What are you talking about? It's probably just somebody trolling. I'm falling into it.
It happens to the best of us.
Why not pick wrapping? It is wrapping. It is wrap. It's just custom printed. Most people haven't seen custom printed films before. This is actual vinyl wrap. So, alright, we just got a little bit of fingers coming up, right? So, where's the next area? So the other part of the bumper is right here, right? So I'm gonna stretch this way. So I'm gonna heat up my hand and then heat all of this so that it just immediately just wants to go away. Yeah. We're taking all the tension, taking the tension from this area and bringing it over to this side. And then we're gonna cook it. squeegee. I'm gonna lift this up. Okay. Squeegee. Just let it crack like that. You're gonna do that all the way down to the bottom of this bumper. Alright, so for this, so what we got here? This area is a bit of a your razor sharp. Yeah, it's on my torch over there.
Oh, okay, I see.
So with this area, even though it's a jagged cut, it's a black car. So you can get away with it. Get away with it when you trim, even if it misses like a sliver or something, because you're just trying to get it to that trim.
Let me see how you use yours.
Oh, RJ just being a weirdo. RH being a weirdo. Yeah. But I appreciate the comments. You keeping the chat boosted. If y'all could throw a like in the chat so we can get some more people in here, get some more questions. If y'all got questions, if you need a quote, you got some rap on you, but if you need a, it's all in your crack. If you need can't have you on live looking crazy like that. If y'all need quotes, if you need some information about rap class, if you want to know anything about rapping, prices, stuff like that, just let me know. This print, I actually got it from, dang, what was that dude? I got it from a designer. It's just a red bandana print. It's like the bigger font. Originally I put it in my door jams, but this is a leftover, and we're just using it for a rap class. Huh? Kind of fire, ain't it? Kind of fire. You might get shot up in LA. Not out here. We ain't. Everybody fake gang right here. Yeah, everybody fake gang. You know any baby daddies threatening me out here? and most of them finish me. Yeah. I'm like, well, y'all know we're gonna shot that, so. Yeah, so if you want to look over at this side, you get a reference point for where it stops. Good morning, green light. Nah, I can't drop no beats for you, RH. You spit something. Write a little poem for us. You being funny. Dale, you back. What's up, man? No, because everybody, oh, you're a rapper. It's the corniest joke because you hear it every single week.
I hear it all the time.
You're a rapper?
You're not gonna rap while you're rapping? And honestly, I've just been going with it. That's what I'm doing. I'm in the studio, man.
Yeah.
I'm making a hit right now.
I'm in the lab right now working. Yeah, so you could almost, you see where you got this body line right here? This is the chrome. So you can almost cut this whole section out, and it'll help you to be able to see where you're going to end at over there. Yeah. And it looks like you got space to cut in this gap, this air pocket. So we want to cut that out first. So you want to, right here, you see the air pocket? You ain't going to blade anything. So cut that all the way over here. Cut off some heads too. This is trash. So now, you remember where you taped off at. Kind of see your tape, but almost just ripping. Oh, we in Asheville, North Carolina, man. Dale, he trolling, man. He trolling. You said, yo, there's a black dude cringe as can be wrapping cars with. Hey, man. Appreciate the engagement. That's all I can say. I can't even. My man just yapping at this point. He bored. What you looking for? Your glove? Hey, it be like that. You literally will lose everything while you installing. Here, you can use this one.
It won't find it until you move the car.
Literally. All right, so like I was telling him, you got that area underneath. So whenever you do this area, when you get to these corners, that's where the most tension is.
Right.
So you want to cut away some of that vinyl.
Oh yeah, making a little seam.
Yeah, in each corner. That way you can lift it up a little easier.
Right when I'm doing my tape.
Yeah.
Right. Gotcha.
Yeah, red bandana wrap. Definitely a blood member commission. I'm self-deportating from this channel. I'm out. Appreciate you. See you later. This is what happens when you come to train for a rap class, actually. Y'all go ahead, throw a like in the chat, man. Let's get the chat boosted up a little bit. Cheer the boys on, man. They learned how to rap today. Learned how to glass this whole front bumper, pretty much. In a second, I can show you all the drop cuts for the sensors. All right, so for this, with how it's wrinkling right there, right? I think for this would be, I'm gonna lift here. I'm gonna feed this wrinkle into that crack. And then I feel like it's bunching up a little bit already, so I'm gonna give it some heat. I'm gonna get some tension going downwards. When I get tension going downwards, it's gonna make this side want to plug into it a lot easier. Put that back in there. This. Tape is coming up on this. Oh, God. Something there like that, right? And then you can trim out all the edges. And then for these centers like this, sometimes when they're black, if you go around them, literally you have to go really slow because you're trying to get like a perfect cut. So let's go. That's all printed wraps, right? We're just gonna go in a circle. Get it all laid down. And normally keep that to stay down. And that's how we would do those. So, I'm gonna try this one, but you gotta let the try that one, but go go real slow around the circle to try to get like a really consistent cut. what we got? Watching from South Africa, what's going on? How long does a wrap last? Calendar film is 2 to 3 years. Cast film is like probably 4 to 5 if you take care of your car. Wrinkled above the headlight. Sounds good. Costs a lot, but he can't even see that far, he's just trolling. He said whoever's wrapping this uses it to go to the mall. Americans are trash.
He's not lying. I definitely use it to go to the mall. Anywhere like crowded, I'm trying to go to and park it and just look at it.
Yeah, and whoever that is, just boring. What a clown, hood motherfucker. But it's crazy because you get all these comments, and these are ones that make the video get like 80 million.
The interaction.
Yeah.
Crazy.
That's why I did the custom printing with y'all. I was like, I put a custom print, the chat will go viral. Albania. Looks cool. Send me, no, you cannot send your car from Albania. Or wherever that is. RJ, what are their names though? Y'all want to tell me your names?
Oh, JD.
JD over here. Reggie right here. Hat's the price for the wrap. You mean what's the price for the wrap? It's $0. This is a training course. How much for a 76 Caprice? Probably like $3 grand. What's their street names?
Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
Wait, what did he say?
He said, what's their street names?
Listen, I know one of those guys named Cookie. I know it.
Yeah, so sometimes.
So that's like my biggest thing, just to cut it.
And you got your blue tucking tool?
I swear I should.
No, I think sometimes we're like under the mat, all that. So come down like that. Not bad though. You know what I'm saying? Really not bad as a beginner. You'd be surprised. Some people can't cut a circle for it.
Man, look, I messed up right here with my head. I have to clean up, though.
It's hard.
Yeah, the tucking really does. It really help that cut, for sure.
Yeah, it's a lot harder than it seems. Alright, so up here, we want to make this cut. This is really hard to see. Tuck in here a little bit. Alright, so up here, just trying to get the vinyl butted up against this edge right here. So, want it up against that edge so that we can trim. And you'll probably need to use heat. Heat in your squeegee and just get it up against that edge. Of course it's not worth it. It's not staying on the car. It's training film. Dale said, what up, y'all? Dale, that's my boy, my boy Dale been.
I think Dale's saying every one of the lives.
Yeah, Dale been a subscriber for like 6 months.
I think every time I was like watch one of the lives, he there jumping, making the comments.
He from Africa.
Oh really? Jeez.
My boy Dale always pop in. I think he's the only moderator I have.
Yeah, so he out there in Africa got the cars. African heat is crazy.
Yeah. From New Zealand. What's up from New Zealand? I see. I'll see how, you know, even printed films when you're using 3M or Avery, it's still kind of easy to work with, right?
I absolutely love it.
Yeah, it literally feels like regular, you know.
You know, Squeegee
3M
goes
stuff.
against it really well. A lot of like, you know, a lot of the things that aren't Avery or 3M, when you're using a Squeegee, it feels like you're destroying the.
And then it gets trapped, it gets scratched, all that.
Yeah.
So really easy to work with. And that's how custom printed installs are. It's just like, let's say you got enough, like they'll give you a bumper piece.
Right.
You mess up the bumper, but you gotta order another bumper piece because that piece was specifically made for the bumper, and that's the only difference between. That's why I tell people don't hop into like color changes. I mean, hop from color changes to custom prints until you can successfully do cars without no mess ups.
Right. Because if I was gonna do it, I would definitely do this a few times before I would.
Just like that van out there. If I messed up one thing, you know, if I pre-paneled, there's 3 pieces. Got the back and the sides. If I mess up one of the sides, it's crooked. $860, $70 for the whole side replacement. Wait 3 days. I got the customer car sitting here. They're missing out on jobs. So yeah, it's high stakes, but now you could charge double. Which you know what I'm saying? You get paid double.
I feel with the bandana, I might have to get this print myself.
I still got the PDF. I can send it to you.
Yeah, I definitely gotta get because I can see this, not the entire.
Appreciate it,
truck,
TNT.
But like probably like matte black or whatever.
Yeah.
With this as an accent, that's a different.
Yeah, they can do like satin and gloss black. So the car that I'm wrapping next weekend is gonna be satin black, and then it's gonna have a gloss black like Hellcat symbol, which I actually got it over here.
So I got it over here like the carbon forged Trackhawk symbol on the side of the Trackhawk.
Yeah, you could get anything cut out pretty much. So I don't even think anyone's got this symbol. I got it. I got the aggressive cat made.
Oh, hey, he's excited to open it up.
I got the aggressive cat made for my boy. He gonna be different. Damn. Yeah. So you can get them, hang it up, and they'll come like this. These are gonna be decals. Sometimes people will put them on top of their cars.
Yeah.
A little bit harder to install because you can't really stretch it with this kind of thing on it. So the Charger is going to be satin black with the aggressive cat.
Oh, that's fire.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fire.
So I'm doing that next weekend. He was the one that was supposed to bring his car, but somebody tried to steal it. So, yeah, so they busted out his glass and stuff. So now I'm waiting to see what we're gonna do that.
Yeah, they gotta have the kill switch immediately at all times.
Yeah, what's going on, Sun War? Appreciate it, Miata. Gang rap. I need to wrap my fleshlight. It's crazy.
Man,
I need to wrap my pencil.
that's good. That's good content though.
Got some trolls in
Oh yeah, no, they be in there, but
I wrapped my
make
PS5 the other weekend. I had so many people.
Man, I wrapped my PS5 in that this film right here.
Oh really?
Man,
I wrapped mine in that BS film I showed.
Oh yeah.
I had to get rid of it somehow. I was trying to look at it and I was like, man, you know.
No, but that kind of stuff helps. Wrap your block, wrap your PlayStation, wrap your kitchen counters.
Sets and stuff like that.
Yeah, just getting familiar with how to work the film in different situations.
Definitely try to like wrap them and get anything that laptops, all that
Yeah,
stuff.
man. My laptop is wrapped. In the custom print that my car was wrapped in. Yeah, man. My first year I was wrapping motorcycle helmets. I had no idea what the hell I was doing. But
I heard not like as
It's not as hard if you have your own helmet to practice on. So I had to rewrap my own helmet like 4 or 5 times. And then after I got no peel back around the edges, I started offering it as a service.
He said, I'm ready.
Yeah. Need to wrap my weed. Come on now. Now you just being funny. How you even gonna do that? That don't even make sense.
He said we can wrap my weed.
Nice rap, Unc. Hey, look. I just became one, so I can't even say. 30, how old are you? 19?
Oh, man.
Boy, you look about 27.
Hey.
19? Sheesh.
Hey, good for him to be doing this early though, because I'm telling you, I'm 33, man.
Yeah, I'm 30, and I feel it.
Boy,
I got
man.
back pains, cold
I've
problems.
been doing this like 10 years ago.
Yeah, no, you can be you can do this a lot easier than I actually just lost some of my competition because they turned 80 and they can't rap anymore. So they were doing all-
Competition turned 80 now.
Yeah, some of my competition they did all like the commercial raps. He turned 80 and he hasn't been doing like he's taking like 3 weeks to do a van rap or something. And all of his clients are like, nah, man, we're jumping ship.
Like I said, man, we love you, bro.
Yeah.
We
People
love
just
you, but
do
we can't
this.
do it.
People do this until they die, man. What's up, Aunt? Oh, we definitely take pride in what we do, man. We out here doing classes on 4th of July weekend. What you mean? Take pride in it. Yeah, so with these, we want to get them as close to that edge as possible. So you get the cleanest cut. See how it's almost cut underneath it? Yeah, so with this right here, just need a little heat. Need a little heat, and it's pulling this way. So I'm gonna bring it back over here a little bit. And heat it. Squeegee back this way. Yeah, so I mean, this is damn near already tucked in. But for this area, you can kind of work that back into there. Norway, what's going on? What's going on?
You kind of something like this right
Getting
here.
it back there.
Because I'm getting moved.
It's kind of hard, but all right. So if I was doing this area, right? Bring it in. So if I was doing that area, for one, I would want something to. You got the squeegee? I would want something to hold it up off of the car.
Yeah.
Get some heat on it. So no, I'm fighting a lot of wrinkles. So you see how I can kind of pull tension? Alright, so pull that way, pull this way, that way, this way, that way, this way. Do some heat. Now let's lay it down. Alright, you got wrinkles here, but you get what I'm saying, right?
Yeah.
You could, just like we did the hand thing, you could lift it up. Where you're gonna squeegee, you could just go a little higher and automatically lay it down to the back. And then squeegee the air out.
Okay. So that's what. So to prevent the wrinkles, that's what I would do. Pretty
Yeah.
much what we were doing whenever we were like laying it down.
Yeah, so like this right here, wrinkles, right? So if I could get it, stick on my knife a little bit there.
got you.
See?
Yeah.
Now you can get it already pre-laid back there.
Oh, man. Like,
Same thing with this. That might even come out now.
yeah.
Get that with heat.
Yeah. Okay.
It's just a lot, and all this could be fixed. You just got to pull it back out, heat it, and those printed wraps are hard, man. I'm telling you, like.
Nah, not as hard as they are used to.
So when it's curved.
So we want to look back here and see what we got, right?
Yeah.
All right, so I know it needs to be tucked down into here, right? But instead of just cutting like it's gonna go there, I want to cut away from this area. Give myself enough vinyl to tuck in here. You see how now, if I was to heat this area right now, I could lay all this with my finger. And keeping one finger, keep the finger with pressure back here, give this some heat, and then you can use the glove, your finger, and get it all back here. What you expect, man? They got a class learning. They could be at the bumper all day. The bumper is the most important part of the car. So doing training on nothing but bumpers all day is probably a good thing to do. Everybody knows how to wrap a hood. Everybody knows how to wrap a roof. But when it comes to bumpers, mirrors, door handles, and shark fins, that's where most of the problems come from. So in training, that's the main thing we try to focus on.
I'm seeing people pulling out protractors and all types of stuff for shark fins.
People be talking crazy, though. I bet you if they come to class, they be like, this is hot.
I'm gonna go on lunch. I don't do like that.
If you ever been on Instagram and you seen those people who be like, I don't know how to rap, but I'm finna just wrap my own car, man, that'd take 3.5 hours on the hood.
I know. I first said it, I made a video. I'm like, wrap my truck. The video never finished.
That's how I be.
I never did the video.
That's how I be. Somebody would do the hood and the fenders. Yeah, man. That's that's good. That's like, because this is one of the harder areas to do. So he stuck his finger back in here and you got all this laid down. This is like pro level technique because most people are gonna put an inlay right here and then they're gonna wrap over. But with custom printed wraps, you can't do that because that pattern is not gonna line up. So
Also, it's harder to get to custom.
yeah, this is a lot harder. So the same thing with here in here. I'm putting my finger back here and get to the back of it, and then I can heat this and rub this down with my finger too. So I'm just showing you the corners. Corners, sometimes you can stick your finger in there into the corner and hold the wrap down, and then you can get it down with my finger. Just like in this area.
Right. That's why I was paying attention to that.
So instead of how you cut it here,
Right.
I would have cut it out this way.
Right.
That would have gave you enough vinyl
To pull over.
to pull into this area. And then you could have hooked it with your finger in here
And then just works my way.
and work
Yeah.
work your way down. Yeah.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, and the bunching and stuff like that, like I said, we cut over here, you can pull it down this way, pull that tension down, this curve, and then you're gonna get all in.
Gotcha.
But that one cut, now you're gonna get wrinkles right here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know.
So
Yeah.
yeah, when you get to an area like this, and you know it's going in this angle, always cut over this way and give yourself more vinyl to put into that area.
Pull that. Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Yep. You said what?
Right here, look, you can't cover this part right here.
Yeah, I mean it's gonna be like yeah, I mean, and it's a learning curve, you know what I'm saying? This is like your 5-year plus rapper being able to do custom prints and stuff like that. So in this area, and that's why we use the blue tape, because you got to think if it was sticking to this, it would have been so much harder to try to push it in there. But learning how to get this back in here is actually really good. So you could continue to try along this area. And all this is giving a little heat. Let me grab that heat gun. So, since the tension is already running this way, when you heat it, it's gonna wanna hug. You see how it's wanting to hug and lay down already? So it's already pre-wrapping itself. Corners like this, I like to move the tension away from the corner like that. You can get it back there as deep as you can get it, right? The same thing, you're just heating it, bringing it off of the panel, heating it, and it's gonna wanna hug. As soon as you heat that right there, it's gonna wanna hug by itself. Yeah, you can use your finger. It's probably a little easier to do this. And one trick I was showing him is sometimes when you're just getting a lot of wrinkles, right? And it's hard to get rid of the wrinkles, you could pre-lay it with your squeegee. So we can come up to about here, we can go ahead and lay it back behind. And that whole section is already laid for it. You know what I'm saying?
And that technique really does work.
That's pretty much how I do these printed wraps, because you can't afford to have wrinkles or for it to mess up.
Or like going up a little bit and then kind of like laying it down or whatever.
Yeah.
It works. It's an instant like change up.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. And so now we got that. I'll trim this little area for you. All right, so when we do the next piece, we're gonna use the electric camo, and we're gonna try to do the whole glass, the whole bumper, instead of doing it like the halves that we did, right? Yeah. Or we could swing it around, or we could even try your bumper, which is 10 times harder. Your bumper's 10 times harder, man. Or we could, if you want to spin the truck around, we could try to do that tail part. The side of the truck bed, yeah.
Yeah.
This truck bed got a big old, got some hips on it. So maybe we could learn how to do that.
Would that be one?
Huh? Normally the bed is like the quickest part of the truck, but with that, it's gonna be a little different. Yeah. Be a little challenge for sure.
So how long does it take for you to do a bumper by yourself?
It depends. A rear bumper on a Corvette can take me 4 hours. But a front bumper on like that Porsche right there could take me an hour and a half. So but you haven't seen those rear bumpers on the new Corvettes? Fucking crazy. It just depends on the bumper. Some of the bumpers, I could do some of the bumpers quicker than I could do like the quarter panels on cars. You just get something that's easier and then you get something that's a lot harder. And sometimes I adjust pricing based on the bumper itself. Just because I know it's going to take forever.
Nothing wrong with that, 'cause damn.
Yeah, some of them bumpers that you stressed out, bro. And don't let it come to winter time and you be wrapping and your wrap rips on you.
Have you taken like a bunch of lunch breaks because you frustrated?
Dude, for real.
I've been there.
Yup. Some days it's not fun. Now that'd be crazy. This hard to fire, man. If this whole truck was wrapped in this
That's
pattern.
what I was saying. I was like, man, I might just, it's on the bucket list.
But you see the way I wrapped my car right in the half, that's red? That got me my first sponsorship.
I remember you saying in your video, you were like, you just, that rep right now.
That got me my first sponsorship, yeah. That sponsorship pays $2,000 a month right now.
So what, you just gotta just keep uploading content and shit?
Well, so I share my content. I collaborated, and then I help manage their social media page. But it got me, you know, plugged in with them. They took me to SEMA and all of that. So.
That was big, cause that's when I very first heard about you was at the SEMA.
Yeah. And it's crazy, but it's like, bro, I just took a $1,500 investment in myself. I messed up the front bumper on it, had to reprint that, so maybe $1,700. But yeah. And that got me so many jobs, like the rap paid for itself.
So many people be so afraid of like that, so that's why I'm like, man, I'm gonna do it every single time.
Got to. And that's why I doubled down and I printed the wrap for my van. Dude, I get stopped every day.
I'm
Every day.
sure. But that
I've seen it, right? And I feel like it's something.
Every day. Everybody knows that. There's the only van like that out here, you know? So I get stopped all the time. People, window tint, PPF, vinyl wrap. It's just, you got a moving billboard. And if I was to do something simple like satin black with my letters on the side, no one would care. But you come up with this wild design no one's ever seen before, and you're like, oh man, that looks crazy.
Somewhere I got.
Yeah, this whole thing in the red banana pattern, man, people would be crashing.
I might have to advertise. Hey man, you want your truck, man?
Every car that I've wrapped in some type of crazy pattern, all of them hit me back up in my hand. I might have to take this off soon. People keep pulling up to me asking all these questions. It's a little annoying. Like,
They didn't want to take it over.
You
They don't want to take it out. They like it.
My homeboy, he had a child and he wrapped his car like, it went from satin black to like a mocha color. And it faded from the front to the back, right? He had his kid, he was like, yeah man, I gotta take this off. People keep running up to me at the gas station. I'm about to shoot them because I think they're trying to be weird, but they just asking where I got my wrap done.
He said, hey, don't come up on me like that, okay?
Yeah.
Don't put it hard as fuck, dude.
Yeah, they're, and this is one of the harder ones. If you look at this one over here, same stretching technique. So now, you gotta cut in here, you gotta cut here, and lay it here, cut there, and cut around this thing, and this should take it out. Bolters are the hardest part.
Which one's harder than
Porsche is definitely harder than this one. They're close, but Porsche's always gonna be harder. It just requires more stretch. If you look at this curvature right here, that's nothing compared to that whole thing needs to be stretched around, especially if you're doing it by yourself. I almost like want to pull it outside and let the sun hit it. And then sometimes I use like that little space heater. I use that to heat the whole front bumper so I can stretch it all at once. Yeah.
And you usually do this for yourself?
Yeah, every single car that's came out of this shop is by myself. Every single commercial vehicle. I've done MRI trailers by myself, sanded them down and wrapped them. Yeah, it's all possible to do by yourself. I've had vehicles like the size of that Sprinter van, twice the size, one whole piece of wrap. Wrap the whole side at once. Most of the time outside, because the shop can't have anything bigger than that Sprinter van. So this area right here, I'll repeat, instead of trying to work it back. No, it's already wrapped. Like that. Basically using because this has a flat, it's even all the way across, and I can lay it down there behind it. It's a lot easier. So we're pretty much, y'all got the idea of the front bumper, right? Did you have a chance to do one of the sensors?
Yeah,
You did that? Okay.
Yeah,
Oh, it's his truck. It's Reggie's. But I mean, if you want to take a picture, because we about to rip it off.
Yeah.
This is the finished side. We'll take it off, and then after that, we're gonna wrap something. Well, if we're doing the truck bed side, we might do a solid color, but we might use this electric camo right here. Who knows?
This is fire. I know that is fire right there.
And you know what's the crazy part? Wrap a whole truck in this. You put your Reggie wraps on the door. Right off.
I know. This trip.
Right off.
This trip was right off.
Yeah. Right off. As long as you got an LLC, or you can be right off for you too. You can get to go. You can get doing business as. See, I was trying to learn how to be a solo installer. Like the gas to get to this class off. Yep. All right, so we could, take the pictures, whatever it may be, and we could pull it off and. Yeah, it's gonna be up here.
You can remember it, 'cause I'm
Yeah, all my lives are still up there, just cause it's like a chance for people to shadow as I work, and sometimes you got a video that's 10 minutes long and it doesn't show the entire process. Sometimes I'll wrap like the whole side of a car on live in like 2 hours. And you could go back and you could see exactly how I did the whole side of the car.
I'm definitely going back.
And it helps though, right? Because like when you got those chopped up videos, it's like they just put the coolest parts in.
Because I was telling him when I first started, like watching the videos didn't really help, because you can watch videos, but if you don't know what they're doing, then you're not gonna know what to do when you start doing it. So,
But if you get some hands on, and then you go back and reference that to the video, because you're like, all right, well I know how to glass, but this area is weird. How did he do it? And you see that one technique, you're like, oh, okay, yeah. So you go back and you repeat the same thing.
a lot of this is the angle when you glassing it out. I was telling him, I was like, it seems like however you start when you're rapping is how you're gonna finish. So if you started out and it was stressful, or you was like fighting wrinkles, probably by the time you finish at the ending part, you probably gonna be fighting wrinkles and everything like that, depending on how you start the panel. So, 'cause I know with the bed, if I started and it was good, finish it was fine. On the other side, I might have did this one a little bit different or whatever, and it started out like difficult. By the time I would get to the end of it, I was fighting wrinkles and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And fighting wrinkles will have to go back in the house.
Yeah, no, I feel
I have to go home.
It had you stressed out.
You be like, man, is it really worth it?
It have you stressed out. So we just gonna put it on. Hopefully it don't take no paint with it.
It's fine. It's gonna get rewrapped anyway. Good for people to be able to see it when you do pull it off, because people think that it's like they have paint or something.
Yeah, I feel like a new paint job, like not even close with a paint where it's like, you already got the chips and stuff coming off.
Or you had it touched up or something like that. That's what I try to tell people when they even like.
If you got your car painted a Decal where they put the freaking base coat on top of the old clear coat, well, yeah, it's floating on top of that. Anything, a power washer can take your paint off.
So I try to tell them before they even get it, so if when they do pull it off, they're not mad at me.
Normally, the people who don't get their stuff done the right way, they think they can just wrap it and it's gonna be even better. It's like, bro, well, your paint underneath is shit, so why would you expect the wrap to be better than what it's laying on top of?
Yeah, I try to tell people, if you got anything like dents or whatever, or anything like that, it's gonna show. The wrap is gonna literally show whether you had some cheap paint or you had something good, man. So.
It's like that, you still got a foundation that it has to lay on top of. Based out of Asheville, North Carolina. Yeah, but it's pretty toasty in here, so it came off pretty easy. You could take it off with a heat gun, but it hasn't even been on the car that long, so yeah, you don't always need to, Dale. You could just pull it off whenever.
Today, you had to take it off tomorrow?
Yeah, if we would have took it off tomorrow, it'd been probably a little pain. So we could do the bumper again, or we could try to do that side tail It's up to y'all.
I do not care. The side, you talking about the bed?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm fully with that. It'd be good to see somebody who know what they're doing do it.
Yeah, so we just want you to flip the truck around, and we can do that. What's up, Z? All right, so we're gonna get ready to flip the truck around, and then we're gonna wrap the hips on the side of this thing. It's got some huge hips. Y'all give us a second. Yeah, it's pretty long. It barely fit into the bay. So we just move this stuff back a little bit. Bring it in. Guys. All right, so we're gonna get the truck spin around, bring it back in. Out of Asheville, North Carolina. Y'all go ahead and throw a like in the chat. Let's get the chat boosted up. I'll put my mic on so y'all can hear me better whenever I walk away. Let me know if y'all can hear me the same whenever I'm backing up over here. All right, so we gonna we gonna wrap this big old thing. That's comical, bro. I know you was stressed out.
Literally though, just a couple years ago, I got this right here, right here. And nobody can tell me why it happened. I think it was the guy that was cleaning out the gutters, but can't nobody.
Oh, somebody hit it.
Yeah, that's why. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, it couldn't have been nothing from the road. That's why I was telling him. I was like, how would it look? So I was like,
Yeah. All right. So for this, we want to tape off this tail light. We want to tape off this light, and we want to tape off this light. And then I'll show you how it's done, man. I ain't never wrapped one like this, so it'll be interesting.
I'm telling you, they was telling me like, not sitting down. And I was like, I'm thinking maybe it's because of the bed or whatever, but I don't know. After wrapping it, I was like, I don't know, guys.
Yeah. We gonna use the electric camo. Electric camo. What y'all think? We ran out of bandana red, so we're going with electric camo. Actually, we got some straps here. Might wrap a motorcycle helmet or something. That's what I'm waiting for. I'm waiting for somebody to pop up here one day like, hey man, can you give me a class on motorcycles and motorcycle helmets? That's gonna be wild. These ancient skills I have that no one uses anymore.
I'm surprised that it's not a bigger thing, especially with.
Cause most shops don't offer it. Most shops are like, nah,
You're not doing
we not doing that. Not that side. We're just gonna do this side over here. So we could wipe it down though. It's got a lot of contaminant on it. Yeah, you see. With this one, probably not even gonna clay bar it. We'll just what's this? Yep. It's the alcohol. Matter of fact, I don't know if I want to use alcohol. It's too tacky whenever we pull it off. We'll just use. Ooh, yeah, 70 is good, man. 90, I know that thing. You couldn't even pull it off.
I was like, yo, what did I do?
3:32, so we got an hour and a half to wrap this big hit baby up.
Definitely need that. If you get for that bandana though, so I'm probably gonna wrap and truck that whole thing. It'll be
Man.
a good mastery class. Because if I can do the truck that whole thing, no errors and stuff like that, I think.
And then you can start doing commercial wraps.
Yeah,
Those make, because a lot of construction companies and stuff like that.
Like I get stopped a whole lot. Like when even with that wrap, with that stuff right there, like I told him, I was like, probably the first 2 wraps that you do down the line in the future when you get better, you're gonna look at it and you're gonna be like, oh, those are trash.
Yeah.
But even those, I would give people like, hey man, like, we wrap the truck. I'm like, I did. I'm thinking they're gonna talk junk or whatever, and I'm like, man, I need to get mine. Like I said, where I'm at, it's $5,000.
Yeah, I mean, there's some people who they don't. If you see their car, you could tell they don't really care. They just want they stuff wrapped too.
And then a lot of times, there's only a couple of shops around that do a truck this size anyway. I know a lot of guys, they won't do truck because they feel like what you just showed me earlier, the seams right here between the bed and the cab. A lot of guys won't even go to the extent of doing that. They're just like, no, I'm not doing it.
And that's what so master everything that seems hard, because there's gonna be a deficiency in the market. So where other people don't want to wrap motorcycles and trucks and stuff like that, if you know how to do it, it's more jobs coming your way. Just like me right now, I ain't doing no more chrome deletes. So whoever out here gets all my chrome deletes job, good for y'all. I just don't want to do them. I could do them. They just piss me off.
It gets annoying. So what is it? This is gloss.
Yeah, like when I have 1 to 2 cars every week and that work is consistent, I don't care to do anything else, because it's like, now you messing up my mood, my flow. Like I know I could do 2 cars a week and be chill, but once I start doing all these chrome deletes and grill, it starts to get annoying. All right, so one person will pull it out to the back end of that edge, and the other person will hold the film. Is it enough? Is it just enough? Yeah, just enough. All right. If this is aluminum, oh, this is metal. All right, so now cut out all this extra not needed. That's a big one. All right. So if I was wrapping it, I'd come in here, pull my vinyl as far as I could, get this edge tacked on, because I know this edge isn't going anywhere, especially if I put a little magnet on it. So now, the same way I pull my bands, I come in, I pull it down at an angle. And then once I get far enough, take the magnet off, shuffle the rest of it out. Get it up, glass it across. All right. And you see how I got my tension right here pulling side to side? I want to get some of that tension coming down. I tacked it with my forearm a little bit. Some of this tension coming down. Tacked it with my forearm a little bit. Right?
Yeah.
Now, I just got to work these areas. So I'm gonna show you one side, then I'm gonna let you wrap the other side. So what I'm gonna start off with is I want to get this top edge laid. So working them wrinkles back to my finger, right? Get my line laid. Working them out each way, because I don't know which way is going to be the stress area, but now I see it's starting to bunch up here. So I'm going to try to take these wrinkles back up towards the top.
I can already take that spot right there and the other spot just like it is where I had all of
So your issues right here, right?
Yeah.
All right, so if I'm having issues in this area, it's got a lot of bunched up material, I'm going to heat the material away from this area. Less material to work with in that area, right? Same thing. I'm gonna come down here. I'm gonna heat this area and I'm gonna try to pull it down. And once I got that going for me, I'm gonna work it down. And I got my starting point.
Okay.
This can all be worked back up, no matter which way you need to fight the wrinkles left and right until you get it to the top, right? Now I could come in here. All right.
Man, when I tell you that right there took me 4 hours.
This took you 4 hours?
Yes.
4 hours to 4 minutes now. It's all the knowledge, bro. It's all the knowledge. All right, so
No, it's material plays a part in it too. Material plays a part in it too. Because that you would have been able to. Not the sound.
oh, ain't nothing I can do about the sound right now. Let's see if the mic is connected. It's connected. I'm not doing the Hellcat till next weekend. It's good now? Alright. This thing be tweaking sometimes, and then sometimes the connection be tweaking, so it's hard to tell, man. Alright, we good. So he's working this top edge here, and I'm gonna bring y'all in a little bit closer so y'all can see how hard this actually is. I mean, this thing got some big hips on it. So once you start to get all these wrinkles here, when it's the small wrinkles, that's when it's a problem, right? So we want to heat these. Heat it up to my hand. And I'm gonna get you to palm this entire thing. Don't even, you know what I'm saying? Don't even waste your energy, because you could, oh, you got that right there. So let's get that out. Yeah, so where's the squeegee at?
What brand is it?
The squeegee?
No, this
Oh, this 3M.
Oh, it's 3M? Okay.
It's 3M. Oh, no, this is Metro Wrap. Pretty much the same thing. I think they use cast for theirs also. But they just rebranded as Metro. So when you're palming something, you want to make sure that you can almost cover the whole space. And since we can't, do one more little squeegee right there. And then you'll heat it, let it cool for like 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then bring your palm into the deepest part of that recess and start to push. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Right there. Come back with your finger and get the rest of that. And that's what I mean with your palm. You see that meat right there? You want that right in that recess right there to get all of that. Because when you don't, you see how I left a glue line? That's from the wrap being under tension. So if you do it all at once, it'll prevent you from getting the glue lines. So. That in now. All right, so now I want you to do, now you can see what's going on with the wrap, right? So we need to continue to squeegee it down to this point right here. So we want to heat this area and palm it down to here. And then you got this where it's starting to buckle up right here. That's where we're going to have to pull it out, pull it down, pull it over, so we can continue to work down that area. That should be enough right there. You'll see the wrap kind of expanding out, and that's how you know you're good. I'm gonna give you a little bit of tension to help you out, but you see how it's coming down towards me?
Yeah.
All right, now you can go ahead and palm that top area down in there. Oh. All right, so I'm going to heat it. We want to heat that wrinkle out. All right, so go ahead and try to palm it down. Good right there, good right there. All right, so now if I let go of the wrap, look how it's starting to.
Right.
And then if I go back and pull on it, right? So that's telling me that I need to heat it, pull it down this way, and pull it down that way to be able to continue. So first I'm gonna get this top edge and glass that out and just get this taken care of right here. The top edge is set. Top edge is set. So now, like I said, pulling down at an angle, pulling down that way, but we need to heat the whole thing. We can probably get the infrared heater. So we want to heat a large area. What's going on, BM and daughter? Tell Callie I love her. It's a lot easier to work with because it's
Butter compared to like
yeah.
something like that right there.
I keep telling people that calendar, vinyl frog.
I looked them up. They cast
Yeah,
Lux or whatever. It's
they all are, bro. The best films, 3M, Avery, KPMF, bro. Every time. So we got the connection right there. I don't even need to know the brand, you know. I just be knowing, bro. Like you don't even need to know because it's like a wrinkle right there. All right, so I'll pull it for you, but I'm gonna have my hand right here. I'm gonna have my hand down here just to show you that's exactly what I'm talking about.
Okay.
Right? So I want you to heat this whole top edge. Oh, it came out. Whole top edge. Yeah, if it ain't 700 or more, it's freaking calendar film. I already know.
I was like, man, that's all about 600.
All right,
He said,
and so this is how close,
Oh, okay.
literally like that, right? But a little bit slower. Get some more up in that top edge area,
Right
near the hip.
Right here.
Yep. And then start to work the heat down towards me. All right, the other side. You see how much more it's settled into that edge right there?
Yeah, like right into the crevice.
So now you could hook the heat gun back up to it. We got the whole bottom edge set. Now all it is if I need some pull, I can pull right here.
Oh, and I ain't gotta pull anywhere else.
No, literally everything's set. You got this edge set, this set over here. Now I just want to heat this tunnel.
And I'm gonna leave like a little, we're gonna get that little pocket to get the air out of it.
Yeah, which is down here.
Yeah.
So now you can put your hand right here and you can work that whole edge down. See how much easier that was? Now I got two students. Got 2 students learning today. My dukes. She said, "Thank you, Papa." You see how much easier, man? It is just all understanding, you know, how to manipulate the wrap. So now you gotta go back and you gotta wrap it.
I know, now I gotta turn around, I gotta wrap it next week now, man. Oh,
Yeah.
Goodness.
So you want to try to work the rest of it, try to work this down here. So all it is you're bringing it back up to these wrinkles. You're gonna heat it, and then you're gonna hook it around this corner over here. Yeah. So you want to bring it up right there, and when you pull this out, you gotta give it some tension, right? So grab here and there, and pull that thing all the way around the corner. Yep. Right there. Get it tacked down about right here, and then you can pick this up and get those wrinkles out. Pull it that way.
That's pretty much you say to your progress.
Yep. So to get those wrinkles out, I want to pull like this. All right. And then you could come in here and do the same thing. So you could work this down. I'm gonna give you some heat, and you could palm that in there. So you want to bring it up to the wrinkles. Give you some heat, and then palm that underneath the car right here in this area. Go ahead and palm that in. Yeah.
I'm sure picking like 5 different colors, man.
Yep. And then same thing over here. You see these wrinkles running this way. So you want to lift that, and then you want to triangle pull around this little corner back here. Okay. Might need a little heat.
Yeah.
So you want to give that some heat. There you go. And then you see this body line here. You can lay that, and then you could palm all of this air right here out.
Really just saving your progress. When you find that corner or whatever and you take it down, it's just saving your progress and you can move to the other side. I get it.
Mm-hmm.
For sure.
Yeah, but that's all right.
Whenever I would come to anything like that, I would start fighting the vinyl. That's really what it would be.
And the vinyl gonna fight you.
And it is.
You're not gonna win.
if you don't like got a technique down or a way to maneuver around it, and you just start fighting wrinkles, you're gonna be fighting wrinkles from
Like right here, where you fighting wrinkles over and over again, it's because it needs heat, and you still need to bring it to that corner. So if you heated this like this right here, and then you triangle pull it here and here, and bring it down across that corner, now you can start to work that down. And you see how that's easier to work down than trying to get it 1 little inch at a time. Same thing. Give that a little bit of heat. Boom. Yeah, that it's impossible to squeegee that part. You gotta palm it.
I was so afraid with my palm I might create a huge wrinkle or a crease or something.
Yeah.
That's what
And the squeegee probably left you like a million glue lines, right? Yeah.
Yeah, now I know. This is what I'm saying. This is why I want to come.
Yeah.
Because you're going to come into issues like this with just a regular, with a lot of other people, not just a truck. So,
Yeah. And this right here teaches you something that you won't have to do on most vehicles, so you have like an upper advantage when it comes to other vehicles. You're like, bro, that ain't even, the curve on that ain't even that bad. Like that bumper ain't even that bad. I did, you know?
Right.
So yeah, man. And that's why I like the one-on-ones, because I'm like, bring your car, bring something that's troubling, bring this or that.
That's why I had messaged you, because I was going to bring like a little GMC Terrain, and I was like, well, I think they had something to do. I think it was like a birthday party. So I was like, I'll see if I can get some truck. I was like, well, because it's a lot of things. Because like I said, the truck was the very first thing that I ever worked on. So I was like, a lot of the issues that I had then, some of them I figured out how to work past them, figured out the technique and stuff like that. But a lot of the stuff, just like this right here, was stuff that I was like, I don't even know how to start.
Yeah.
You started right.
So a lot of heat in there. And then around this area right here. Alright, right over here. And then you're just gonna hook that underneath and palm that out right there in the middle.
The air release is crazy. You can come into the air and
And this is all it is, man. It's just work. Glassing until I get to this bottom edge right here. You know what I'm saying? Like glassing. Working the vinyl, glassing until I get here. Hey, my car broke. What's up, guy? What's up, Dill? Y'all go ahead and throw a like in the chat. Get the chat boosted up a little bit. If you got questions, you need quotes, whatever it may be, go ahead and let us know. We'll get an answer for you. And the thing is about that dent, you could pop it out.
So you can't reach around there?
From the inside, yeah.
Okay.
If you heat this up and you go behind, you could pop it if you want to. You know, I'm a little body tech.
Look, I told my mom the same thing. I was like, well, I'll ask him what he think I should do.
Little body tech.
I was like, my God, he did the collision.
All right, man. We're gonna try to pop this dent out over here for my boy. RIP the dent on his truck. This is electric camo, so I want you to heat around this area in a circle. If it burns to the wrap, who cares? We're trying to get the dent. I'm gonna try to find the dent and push it out. I need a light, phone light or something, so I can see the dent and I can push on it. Oh, I see it. All right, so heating that area, I give it about 10-15 seconds. Now I'm gonna try to push it. Ooh. Oh, that ain't one of those dents, bro.
What is it?
That's some strong metal.
Oh, it ain't one of them.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, you popped it out. You popped it out.
It's out.
Yeah, it's a little small one now. Yeah, you popped it out.
I had to leverage. I had to put my arm against your frame because I wasn't strong
It
enough.
wasn't one of them dents. I was like, ah, that's one of them dents.
Oh yeah, heat it up some more then. I'll just leverage my arm against the frame. Yeah, nah. That other one in there. Oh, yeah, I'm strong. Ain't that strong?
You fixed it. That was the biggest one. So,
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the biggest one.
I mean, you could probably hit it out with a hammer from the back.
Now that I know I can reach it, though, 'cause I had no idea that I could reach it. When I seen it, I was more so pissed off.
Yeah, with one of these, you go in behind it and tap, 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 tap.
Okay.
They got these at you should have them at Harbor Freight or whatever. Body hammer, just slowly tap it from the back until it gets out.
When I tell you it was way bigger than that right there, that one right there, I appreciate you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
For sure.
Can you overstretch the vinyl with the pulling and hook method? Yeah, most definitely you can. But that's why you want to go back and post heat. You don't want to trim any edges until you get everything set. And once it gets like hugged down around the bottom of the frame, it's got something to hold on to, so it's not just gonna peel back. But yeah, it's a lot of stretch, but that's why we like to use 3M, Avery, KPMF, because
That's what he's talking about. He's talking about that right there.
yeah, this calendar is gonna peel back out.
Peel back right here, and I had to peel back.
And probably because you were like trying to pull it back to get it tucked in because all the wrinkles and shit. Yeah.
Like I said,
That's why we want to glass that top edge so the tension's running that way and we can just feed it in and there's no wrinkles.
That's definitely that's what happened.
Yeah.
He's asking, that's what happened. This part right here was probably the easiest part.
Yeah.
Got over here, right here, and where
And you start to realize the bottom is the real
oh,
area. And you get bubbles like this stuck in the panel. Easy to get out.
And it's like I said, when you trying to fight wrinkles, once you get to like a real well, you got wrinkles that you done been fighting from over here all the way right here.
And the crazy part is you won't have any wrinkles in this wheel well area. You can lay all this down.
Right.
Because in the beginning we glassed it.
Right, fully.
So that took all the tension away from the wheel well area.
Oh, you didn't even have to do that. I was going over and the air release on this film is crazy.
Oh yeah, it is.
Just press on top of it.
Yep.
Yeah, it's definitely need the material. Don't let them tell you no different.
Yeah, because you gotta think about it. Certain brands are gonna try to push their material on you. Yeah, we got the best material. It's easy to work with. Okay. And so I gotta do 10 cars back to back, 3 days a piece, and then your material is just giving me a rough time peeling back when I could just use 3M or Avery
And they praying
and it's staying.
on the newer guys.
Yeah, they're praying on the newer guys because y'all don't know. But once you start installing for a year or two, you're like, bro, this film is crap. Like,
That's why I'm glad that I brought that, because I seen it this morning and I was like, well, let me bring this with me so I can show him the BS that I was dealing with.
yeah.
Like I said, it's a pretty color, but even then, though, it doesn't even look.
Yeah, no brand.
Once you finish that.
So you can't tell on them. This wrap suck. They're gonna be like, that ain't our brand. We ain't got nothing. Whose film is that? I don't know. That could be anybody's stuff.
It looks so good, but once you heat it, and if we had to stretch this over, like we barely stretched this, right? This right here is gonna lose all of that metallic.
Yeah, and you see how the thing to me is the pattern stayed. Once you get here, you start to get discoloration.
Even right here, it's not even like
And the biggest stretching point.
it's not even a major stretch.
Yeah. But this one starts to get discoloration and all that. Yeah, this does. Oh yeah,
That's like a little black piece or whatever. I usually.
this bottom area is a pain, man. So how I would do this is I would try to feed the film into this area first. Just give me something to work with.
Oh, so pretty much what you're doing with on the bumper with the.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we just push it in.
And then I'll bring it in.
Okay. You just feed it in.
Yeah.
Squeeze it out.
Feed it in, and then continue your squeegee down.
I looked and thought it would have been bubbles. I mean, wrinkles.
Feet here. Triangle method it underneath. And then work it out.
That's probably gonna be like the most difficult thing because it's super hard to keep it clean.
Yeah, and continue to all the way. Yeah, it's a pain, but you can see it's possible. It's just time.
Like when I tell you this right here,
It's just time.
It would cut my installation time on this. Now that I know, this was gonna take me 4 days before.
Yeah.
So it's a working vehicle.
And this area right here is a pain for most people.
Yeah, I was gonna ask the same thing right there. Yeah.
So I want to hit that reset spot first. Don't hold it like that because you're gonna get your fingerprint like I just did. Push that around, right? That's gonna stay. But for this back area, really hard to work with, right? My bad. We're gonna go ahead and lay that down in here.
Oh, got you.
Right? And then I cut it, and then I peel the film back up and work it how I need to get my little wrinkles out. But that's how I want to work down on why the film's doing this weird texture stuff. But yeah. But you can see this is overstretched with this type of film. So that's kind of hard to prevent. We wouldn't need to do it from back here and back here. Like whenever we was doing this, we need to lay this area first and then continue to prevent the stretching around
So
here.
we would blast it out, do this right here, and then start right here, start right here.
Yeah.
Okay.
All this stretch we put right here, but you can see it around this little area more. That's how you know this area wasn't as bad as you possibly thought it was. And you can see, okay, my side I came in a lot quicker and just got it all in one swoop. And then where you stop right here and had to reposition, it created a distortion line.
Right.
Yeah, so that's why you want to come in, you want to get it all in one go. Yeah. So we'll glass it completely out and work it down.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
I'm over here. I feel like the light bulb is still like super bright right now. So I'm like, man,
Yeah.
I promise you, they tell me. So many people told me, oh, it's the hardest vehicle to wrap. Oh, dudes, that's the hardest vehicle to wrap.
Take a picture of it and show them, whoever said it. Be like, bro, it's on live. We did it in like 30 minutes.
These were shops. That's what I'm saying. These were shops that were telling me that. Because I was like, 6,000? Well, that's one of the hardest vehicles to wrap.
They just they lack the skill. And the crazy part is it comes from consistency because like I told you, I've never been to a class.
Right.
I worked at I've never been to Avery class. I've never done this, but I just understand how it needs to lay, just from so many, and that comes from like you being at home. I'm doing my helmet, I'm doing this stuff, I'm doing my sink, I'm doing, like weird, the side of the toilet, whatever it may be, it's kind of hard to do, but as you do it, you're like, oh, that would work, that would translate here, but it's bigger. The side of a toilet, have you seen the little tooth?
That's crazy.
Same thing, bigger, you know what I'm saying? Bigger situation. But you could wrap every little, you wrap a drink cup. Okay, now if somebody wants you to wrap one of those little Gatorade container things, same as your drink cup, it's just a larger thing that you are working with. So practice on everything, man. Like I used to have so many scraps. Oh my God, I had so many. I was waiting for a class, but I kept forgetting to give them to people. But I'll let y'all take home some of like the extra vinyl that's sitting here so you can practice. I got some big stuff, like I got faded stuff inside of there that's like pieces. Yeah. Yeah, I got a fade wrap that's just been sitting up there for like a year. So
we know we want the cast, not the calendar, or do we want the calendar?
We want cast.
You want cast?
Cast, 3M, Avery, and there's a bunch of swatches sitting on my table in there, 25 a piece. They have swatches of all the colors that they have. So you could go present it to somebody like, these are all the colors that we have. If you see anything you like, I can order from Metro Restyling and have it here in 3 days.
And you said how much are the swatches?
Like $25 a piece, but just get 3M, Avery, KPMF.
Is it the same place that I just told you about? Like, I think it's 500 colors. They said their swatches was $100.
They got to make their money, man. That's all I can say. I don't know. Appreciate it, Amore. All right, so we can take this off. And then if y'all, what we got? Maybe you could try to use this little scrap piece to glass this rear bumper right here. I don't know.
Oh yeah, I'm with it.
We got 50 more minutes, so whatever you want to touch on. There we go. Everything you need to know, every trip, every tip that y'all want to know, I'll teach y'all in these classes, man. Even though I give away all the gems, but sometimes there's stuff you want to know specifically that you can't really ask me on live. So, what's up, Vincent? What's going on, Leslie? Christian? Y'all throw a like in the chat, man. We got 7 more. Let's get it to 100 so we get the chat boosted up. So this, y'all want to try this? Little rear bumper area. Get your cutting and tucking down in this area. I think this, it's even wide enough. Yeah? Yeah? You just need to clean it off and we can wrap that little area. You said what? Yeah, it's in that red bag over there. Where should a regular person go to source roll just for a single car? MetroRestyling.com. So they got all the vinyls that you need, and they're all going to be cast film. So it's the good stuff. Oh, y'all trying to be funny? Oh nah, y'all, let's get 5 more likes in the chat, man. Get the chat boosted up and stuff. 5 more till 100, man. What are the 3 most important steps to wrapping a vehicle? What's up, Chris? 3 most important steps is prepping. So you got to prep first. I guess after that would be glassing everything out, so you don't want to be fighting wrinkles and stuff like that. So glass everything properly. And then after you get everything laid, post heating so you don't get any peel back. So
Material.
live in Florida, UV is important to me.
Material technique.
Thanks, bro. Of course, Chad. Yeah, so you can pull that side and get it right on that corner over there. You got a little excess wrap over here, but that's all right. So you want to give me that backing paper? Yeah. Spreading it out. Getting rid of this. Oh, we ain't even got enough to go all the way down.
Ain't much, but it's honest work.
All right, so you can just work on the top edge then, trying to get the top edge tucked. We can trim out the bottom stuff. Don't worry about the bottom edge, but this will be good enough for working on your cutting and tucking along that top edge.
So, tucking tools. Everyone got a squeegee.
Thank you very much, kind sir.
And then a knife. You got a knife? Is it over here? Yeah, so basically, we're just getting it tucked in here with the tucking tool, all that, and getting a nice clean cut. Just working that edge again. So a heat gun, probably gonna be the best thing to use. A torch is best when you're working outside in the outside environment, just because you ain't got no cords and stuff following you around. But this will burn the wrap and change it to brown. It's a lot of fire, so wouldn't recommend this unless you're outside and you can't have it like right up on the vinyl. The UV or the infrared heater is good for heating like a large area at once. So if you're glassing a bumper, you could heat like half of that wrap and then go ahead and glass it around the bumper. So it's my favorite for bumpers. The heat gun is my favorite for pretty much everything else. And then the torch is my favorite when I'm working outside. And that's the differences. What's up, Chevy? What's up, Miss Jean? Y'all, 3 more likes, man. Let's get it to 100 likes. As we come down to the last few installs on this class right here. Of course, y'all got any more questions, go ahead and ask. If you need a quote on your vehicles, if you need more knowledge about different films or whatever it may be, just go ahead and ask in the chat and I'll answer it for you. It's probably a good stream. It's probably like 30 or 40K.
Oh, really?
Yeah. We'll see at the end how many people. Let's go, y'all. 2 more likes. 2 more likes. If it was covering the cargo trailer, what wrap should I use? Same thing, 3M or Avery, man. Those are gonna be your best bet. They last the longest. They could take the best beating from the sun because the lamination is just more durable. How much vinyl does it take to wrap a dually? I'd get a full roll, 75 feet. 75 feet. Because if you mess up, then you got an extra little bit of a film. Yeah.
This is your first time. This is your first time definitely getting that.
How to troubleshoot if you cut the vinyl too short? It depends. Like right here, if he was to cut this vinyl too short right here, and he knew and he still had all this extra down here, well then he could re-lift it and position it upwards a little bit so that he could rewrap that area with some extra film. I see where you got that little wrinkle right there. Get that out for you. Yeah, but if you've already cut everything away, you're kind of stuck in an area where you start to get to the point where you got to patch stuff, and that's the last thing you want to do. So that's why you need extra film to be able to rewrap it. Sometimes if it's like I'm coming to this edge here and I cut this too short, but I still got film up here and down here, well, I can peel it off the edge, give it a little stretch, and hook it over, and still be good to go. So that's all. You always want to make your cuts last. That way, if you mess up, you got film on the top, the bottom, the sides to go ahead and give another little stretch to cover the area that you messed up on. But sometimes it don't always work that way for you. So in
These little circles right here?
same thing, you got to cut them in a little circle.
Yeah.
So wrinkles like this would come in, fight it that way, fight it that way.
This one cut?
Yeah, so you see It's where the paint meets the plastic. Come in there like that, or you could take your tucking tool and get it tucked all the way in. Any more questions, y'all? Let me know. Appreciate the 100 likes, man. I know this wrap ain't as flashy as the other one we was doing a second ago, but it still works. Y'all got any questions? Anything that comes to mind? I know with you, we still got to work on maybe a shark fin and a door handle. I might even bring my M4 tomorrow so you could take a look at that bumper and how I would work that. Because I think the M4 is one of the most intricate bumpers that you're going to come across.
Oh yeah, that's got all the little crevices.
I don't have the brand new one where it's the 2 circles. Mm-hmm. I got the 2018 where it's like 10 inlays.
Yeah, you got it. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
And you said that you did all the inlays on the bumper?
Mm-hmm. I hate wrapping my car. I want to get another car just because I hate wrapping my front bumper. Like, it looked good, don't get me wrong, but I hate wrapping my front bumper so bad that I would get a new car. All right, so right here, I was kind of hanging up in this area. So I'm gonna blast it out like that.
I was about to ask, right here, you got a little cut.
Oh, yeah, and that's what they were talking about earlier. So you get a little cut, angle it upwards, right? So now that cut is out of the way. Now you could tuck there. You don't have to worry about that anymore. That's why you want to wait to the end to do your cuts. Roll rivets or cut around them. It depends how big they are. Yeah, if there's something like this right here, you got to cut around them. If there's something like the smaller rivets, maybe something like this right here on these ladders, you should roll them. If they're rounded, you can roll them. If they have a drop off, you got to cut them. How long do wraps last? So the films that we're using, 3M, Avery, KPMF, 4 to 5 years, but some of those calendar films will be like 2 to 3 years, and some of the real crappy ones maybe 1 year. I've been wrapping for like 7, 8 years. How far do you wrap under the front bumper? Completely to the edge. Yeah, I mean, I've done plenty of food trucks, semis. The rivets do suck, but get you one of these, Rolly Pro, and you can roll right over the rivets. Makes it a lot easier. You just heat them up, roll them all down. I got a trolley sitting outside that I just did with a bunch of rivets, and this made it super easy. Yeah, get you one of those along with the torch. You hit it with the torch, you roll it with the Rolly Pro, it's good to go. And then if you're working those big box trucks, get you one of these big old Squeegees. Wrap ID. And you could do a box truck in like 1 day. I've done some food trucks in like 1 day with this Squeegee. I wouldn't say years, I would say the amount of cars. So 10 cars, you're ready to start taking clients. Maybe like 50 to 100, and you could consider yourself like I'm a pro at this. Like I've been doing this for a while, and I'm proficient in what I'm doing. Especially if you don't have cars coming back for peel back every time. You should have like 5 cars top coming back for like, touch ups and stuff. Because nothing's gonna be perfect, but 5 cars top maybe a year. Yeah, lockdown, man. That was a time. That was a time for sure. Tacoma's probably 3,500. Do I wrap gifts? I mean, if you gonna pay me to do it, yeah, I'm gonna do it. But it's gonna be with vinyl wrap. Yeah, if y'all need a class, send me a message on Instagram. We get y'all booked in for the next class. Do you cut where you tuck? No, probably want to cut above where you're gonna tuck, and then tuck the excess vinyl in so you get full coverage. GMCs, most SUVs and trucks are gonna be 3,500. Most sedans and coupes are gonna be 3,000. For me at least, pricing is different everywhere you go. Some people might charge $2,000, some people might charge $6,000. We consider ourselves right in the middle.
He ain't lying.
Yeah.
Not lying. Definitely when it comes to trucks, yeah, they probably the cheapest one of them.
I don't like to overcharge, but I ain't undercharging either. You know?
Everybody else is pretty much highway. I wouldn't say highway robber because, you know, time is a factor in it, but yeah, if somebody
Yeah.
always is telling you, oh, I'm doing it for 3,500 versus somebody in the struggle saying, oh, yeah, we do it for 6,000.
Somebody says somebody charging 9K
What?
where he at.
Yeah, look,
And
it's believable though. I'm telling you, it's believable.
yeah, rap classes are in Asheville, North Carolina. That's where we're at. That's where I'm from. It's 6,000 in Hawaii. I believe Hawaii for sure because you're stuck on. I actually lived in Hawaii for 4 years.
Humid, the weather,
Yeah, and I know it's just there's no place to get your cars. Like it's a limited amount of places to get your cars worked on.
Nobody's gonna really give up the sauce when they're
Yeah.
I get that.
If you're rapping on Hawaii, you ain't teaching nobody nothing. You're not even gonna hire employees because island too small. You could ride a motorcycle,
Island too small, for
bro.
sure.
You could ride a motorcycle around Oahu in 2.5 hours. Around the whole island, like the outer edge.
Yeah, 6,000 sounds about right.
Yeah.
Especially when you're probably gonna have to come back anyway because of the weather and how it's gonna treat the vinyl, so you're probably gonna have to come back anyway.
Woo! Said North. Location, Asheville, North Carolina. Says she's in Colorado, North Dakota. They charge 8,000. Oh, 3,400 for cars. That's not bad. 8,000 for semis. Not bad for SUVs. 4,000. That's not bad. I mean, it's a little higher.
Tell him to stay where he at.
United Kingdom. 480 pounds. Is that what that is? What's their currency? UK? Pounds? Pounds? Yeah. I don't know what that translates to. What does that translate to in USD?
I don't need like a little bit of excess, so like I look at this one here, right? Because this one here is just some plastic. So I'll try to leave like a little bit.
Euros.
After I tuck, and I'm really just using the tuck too as like a.
Yeah, I mean, oil field.
Yeah, like, so
Y'all making crazy money. People
cut it.
die though.
So now I'm like, I'll use this part right here, so you can just do like that right there, take it in.
Oh, 4,800. Just 4,800.
Now you got a clean cut.
Okay.
Versus
I mean, that's a
going
little
this
higher,
right here,
but
I didn't tuck this all the way,
people paying it.
and
Then the business model is working.
I cut where I tucked it. He was just asking me if you want to cut where you tuck it, so you get this right here where you tuck it.
Yeah, so for custom printed in black vehicles, you could cut where you tuck. But if this was white, I would cut slightly above and I would manipulate this right here
Because that's what I
to
was saying.
tuck
Like,
underneath.
right here, when you cut short,
Yeah.
especially like a white vehicle, like that's a mess up. That's like an error. So
Yeah.
you ain't gonna be able to really get around that.
Yeah, white vehicle, I would literally, if I had a razor, this is what I would be doing if this was a white vehicle. I would cut right here, right? And then I would come in here and I would tuck it underneath like that.
Yeah.
And that way you can never see the color. Black is more forgiving unless you mess up right here, but that's why you gotta make sure it's like,
Right.
it's in there.
Him,
yeah. So you gotta, this whole edge needs to be laid down. So that's why we always want to lay the whole thing before we even start cutting.
I get a little ahead of myself because tucking is like one of my favorite things to do. So
Yeah.
I'm so excited to tuck that.
Yeah, and this, I mean, it's cool. You learning, but it's like, yeah, you want to make sure you lay the whole Vic down, cause that one little area where you thought you had finished already, and you go to cut.
Yeah.
Now it's like, dang, now I gotta rewrap the whole thing.
And, I mean, you start at a place where like I wish I had I wish I
Yeah.
So I had to do a whole bunch of like YouTube self-taught, which a lot of guys in my area, a lot of
Everybody,
guys,
that's how they first learn.
yeah, a lot of the guys that like run the shops now, it was just strictly like YouTube.
Yeah.
And, like,
And when I look, bro, all it is CK Raps and Paradox Restyling. That's why I made my YouTube, because I was like,
that's all on there. That's all that's on there.
yeah, I was like,
There's Paradox, Jay, and I think you got the young guy from Aurora or whatever.
oh yeah.
People be really hounding him or whatever. I think that
But he more Instagram though. I think their
yeah,
YouTube page is a
that's
little
a
dead.
lot of his stuff, and then you got who's the other guy? Not Allen, but he's more of like PPF, the older guy or whatever. He has like a PPF.
Mr. Xfeld
I think so.
or something, yeah.
Yeah, he's more like PPF. Those are really the only guys that when I started, and even now, they're the only guys that you really, if you're rapping, you know of.
Because most everybody else just do time lapse and call it a day. Because I mean,
add some music to it, and then I'm on my way. Nobody's really like having a conversation.
it's a lot, bro. Like I go home after I wrap a car for 8 hours for one day.
Editing is almost as amount of time as you rapping, yeah.
Dude, I go home for 2 hours each day to edit a YouTube video that's 10 minutes long.
Right, and then people don't
I don't understand. That's why sometimes I just go live. I'm like, man, y'all just, tap in. Let's see, it's a GMC. I base my prices off of if it's a small car or a big car, then you got to think about the bumpers and how intricate those are. So I base my prices off of that. But mostly 90% of vehicles like coupes and SUV and sedans are going to be 3,000, and then bigger trucks and SUVs are going to be 3,500 for me. And it's 3 days for everything. Now, if I got a Corvette or a GT3 Porsche or something like that, yeah, I might charge that a little bit more and take 4 days to do it. So how about Paradox, the rapper? We ain't gonna talk about that. Can you wrap a pitted bumper? You can wrap anything that the wrap will stick to.
That's really what a lot of the components are played.
Yeah, you wrap anything that the wrap is sticking to. Y'all got any more questions, let me know. Y'all need quotes. If y'all could throw a like in the chat, let's get the chat boosted up. As we finish off this rap class for the day.
I was telling him, I feel like Cuddy's my weak point.
Your weak point?
Yeah, for sure.
So do more, like I'm gonna give you some vinyl, and like I said, wrap everything, bro. Wrap your coffee maker, wrap your counter, wrap your, just work on edges and stuff, and just work on your cuts.
That's really where it's gonna really come from. Like you're gonna have
It's
to
all
like,
repetition.
It's like so inconsistent.
Yeah, but you're gonna have to do stuff that makes you feel uncomfortable. Right.
Yeah,
So,
it's all repetition.
man,
It's just like you ain't gonna be able to shoot a 3-pointer your first day, back to back. So
watching his videos, he says it all the time. Like, if you're not putting in the reps, you're not gonna really get anything out of it.
Yeah.
When you said that, started going outside, just started rapping random stuff, just started doing.
it's an obsession.
Oh yeah.
Like if you want to be like, I got so obsessed with being good at it that I would rap every single day, and that's what got me to the point where I was. Because a lot of people in the industry didn't even know me 3 years ago because I was rapping out my driveway. And then
he said he got in the studio, y'all. He got
Yeah.
in the studio.
You got the vibe.
and now it's like I did an install at SEMA last year. So you tell me, what's that, 2.5 years to installing live at SEMA, 2 sponsorships, it's just some people go to work and they come home after 6-8 hours and they're just like done with it. I'm just like, nah, man, like I'm doing I don't know how to do custom printed stuff, but I'm gonna do one on my card. I'm gonna do one on my van. All right, let's do commercial. I messed up my first 3 commercial jobs, probably lost like $5,000. After that, cashed out, bro. Doubled my income being able to wrap commercial vehicles. But it was a learning curve. Like after I got the color changes down, it was a learning curve. Like everything is growing pains whenever you're coming into it. And then as you get it packed down, you're like, oh, I can wrap cars. Let me try helmets now. Oh, maybe I could start a business, wrapping helmets and shipping them out to people on Etsy. Like, it's so many stuff. I've got vinyl cutters in my house. I learned how to do decals. I try to learn how to do designing, just everything about the space. How can I make money, And you'll just come across something that you're really good at, better than the rest of it. And maybe for you, maybe it's decal in like buildings, or like your vision is so good that you can make sure stuff is level and you could do it quick. Or you know what I'm saying? Or maybe food trailers is your thing, or maybe cars do become your thing. But the color changes pay the least, and they are the hardest thing to do. I'll tell you that. And commercial stuff is the most unforgiving, because like I said, you mess up one panel, it could be $800 and you got to reprint it. But it's the most rewarding. And like I said, that Sprinter could take 2 days, and this truck could take 3, maybe 4 days. So.
Right. Yeah, 3, maybe 4 is man.
Asheville, North Carolina, depending on where you at in Virginia, might be right down the road, man. Wrap your bike, motorcycles? I don't do bikes no more, man. They're annoying. And nobody wants to pay the price because it's almost as expensive as a car, because it takes the same amount of time. Average quote for a 4-door Mercedes, $3,000. Charlottesville, Virginia? I don't know where that's at. GMC's gay, man. Chevy.
It's the
Same thing.
I like the trolling though. That was funny.
He said prep, glass, tuck, cut, post heat. Correct, man.
Don't forget about your material. I promise you, we can do all of that. And if your material is trash, 9 times out of 10 it's gonna come out trash.
He said what? He hopped up under there. 2 tabs you push together, and that sensor will pop out without breaking. That's cool, but we just doing a wrap class. We don't need to do all that. What should I go for? First wrap, I never wrap a car. Just do 3 of them or Avery. GM is GM. Yeah, just do 3 of them or Avery, man.
I had forward too. I had a 450, and it stayed in the shop.
That sensor right there is clean, at least from where I'm sitting.
Yeah, right here, it cut a little short, but
I mean, it's clean though. When you're dealing with black, it's kind of a little forgiving. Oh, did I show you how I cut those?
you didn't.
Okay.
I think you had showed.
Yeah. So blade needs to be broken, and that's probably why your cut came out a little crooked, right? So with this, I like to go in here like this, and I follow it around.
Oh, you just leaning against the rim,
Yeah.
the edge. Yeah, okay, I got you.
That way I get a perfect cut. Ow! I just stabbed myself too. And then take the squeegee, go around it in a circle.
Fire.
Nice clean, right?
Yeah.
So I do those. Still a fan of GMC. Sure. Thoughts on Camo wrap, and is it legal? Yeah. What you mean, is it legal? I've wrapped mini cars in Camo. This is considered a Nighthawk Camo by TinyBot. I've done the Young Dolph Camo. I've done, huh? Yeah, you got to use 4 different films, and you got to use knifeless tape to layer the pattern on.
How much did you charge?
For the Dolph wrap, if the car, damn, if the car is, Yeah, if the dually is 3,500, I'm probably charging about 45 to 5 for a Dolph wrap.
The number don't come with it on the front.
Huh?
You know they be numbering them sometimes on the front.
Oh yeah, we could print up a little. We can print up a little number for you.
They be numbering. I'm like,
We'll put number 7. They're like, oh, he lying. Nah, that number 7 coming out of RJ Rap Shop. Not what is Atlanta Custom Wrap? Yeah, I don't get the number thing. It's like anybody can just slap a number up there. So.
I think it's a chick that drives a little Ford in North Carolina. I think she went down there and got the Camo wrap. So it's like a huge F450 Dolph wrap. Man, I know that's
It's crazy because anybody can put the number up there
right. I was like,
and lie.
I think she was about number 19.
And she probably got wrapped somewhere else and like, can y'all order me a number and put it on? And they probably like, yeah, whatever you want.
Yeah, cool, fine.
And she probably not even claiming them. I ain't even gonna claim y'all. I'm gonna say Atlanta Customs did it. Yeah, we still live, man. We live until the end of the class. If you fully wrap a car a different color, do you have to declare? No, you do not have to do that, man. You do not have to declare a different color. I literally, like, everybody has cops pull them over for random stuff or whatever. And the only thing I've ever seen somebody get in trouble was I had a Porsche GT4 that I wrapped in a race livery. And the cop got upset because he was driving like he was a race car driver. And he said, man, you can't have this wrap on your car out here driving on the road. Yeah, he thought it was like a actual race car. No, he still got the wrap on. He just gave him a ticket for like speeding and stuff. And he was like, man, you can't be having your race car out here doing all this and that. Everyone wants their car wrapped for low. Yeah, and it's like, that's cool. Go find you a solo installer doing it out of their garage, but don't expect, perfection. Like, temper your expectations when it comes to getting your car wrapped for cheaper, because it's not going to be perfect. You said that's what I want to do. I had a short box Chevy Camo wrap. Yeah, man. Yeah, the Dolph wrap ain't too bad, man. I had my M3 back in California wrapped in Shadow Camo Black. I love that wrap. I'm about to wrap my food truck. Any advice on how I should approach it? I made a how-to video on how to wrap your food truck. It's on my page. So just go on there and it's got all the steps, like everything you need to know to wrap your food truck. I literally did it for, even if you go onto Google and type how to wrap a food trailer, I'm going to pop up in the top 3. So my video is there. Am I going to do any work? Why would I do work? It's Saturday and this is a wrap class and I own this business. Weirdo. How about you? Are you going to do anything besides sit on the freaking screen and the Karen? How about that one? Yeah, I guess it depends on the cop you meet. And my favorite car is a GT3 RS. One day I'll have one. That boy said, you gonna do any work? Yeah, come here. I'll put these paws on you. We can work that out. Put these paws on your little peanut head, man. What time is it in the USA? It's 4:46 p.m. Is there any truth to wrapping large panels by using the triangle method, working towards the middle and sectioning out? No, just like when we did the side of this truck bed, if you go back, you'll see that we glassed it across. Now when we're working down to a corner, the triangle method works. But other than that, just make sure your tension's running parallel with the actual body of where you're tucking. You just want to get a nice little bit of tension. And then when you get to the corners, yeah, triangle method works for that. I guess when you're working on a food truck, Yeah, the triangle method for a food truck, because you can't glass the whole thing like that. Your arms aren't wide enough. So yeah, sometimes I'll glass the top edges and then I'll come down to the bottom edges with the triangle method, and it glasses out the whole food truck. I work my way from the middle out. So what do you think of a Mustang GT? All right, 3K, not too hard of a car. What is the favorite car of the guy in the white shirt? I guess they asking you, what's the favorite?
This is my favorite car right
Oh,
here.
he
This is my
said,
favorite car.
he said his truck is his favorite car, man.
I don't drive sedans no more.
The M2 Competition 2020, I had one. I like it. It could have a little more horsepower to it. That's why I got rid of it, but it was a fun car. I had an M2, an M3, and an M4.
Man, you just been
And a Tesla Model S.
winning for a long time.
Yeah.
Man, winning for a long time. You done had all the M's.
Yeah, I had all the M's. I had a Tesla Model S. I had a Bronco. Yeah. They. Yeah. Yeah, I like Beamers, man. The Bronco, bro. I bought it and it lost 10K in value like within 2 months. I was so pissed off, bro.
I want one, but that's what I'm afraid of. Like,
It went up. It went.
when I get tired of it, I'm ready to get rid of it. Like,
Bro,
get something
I was tired of it within like 2 or 3 months, and I'm riding over everything. I'm riding all through the grass. I'm riding top down.
Oh man, see, yeah.
But my M4 is a hardtop convertible, so I miss the sports car, the drifting and all that.
Sometimes I miss a little bit of the speed, but this thing it's got some get up on it already. So I don't know if I was gonna get some of this, I was gonna do a coupe. If I was gonna get like a car, but I'm not getting another four-door. I'm not doing a sedan thing ever again.
Yeah, I think that's probably it for me. Let's see. I had a Ford Raptor. That car is fun. I wrapped one of those. Is this your first job? I'm not even gonna answer that. What are you talking about? When wrapping with overlaps inlays, do you cut the seam afterwards and post heat and let it be? Afterwards, yeah. Yeah, afterwards, post heat it and then let it be. Bring the old Ranger from the late 90s to I actually wrapped one of those in military green last year, and we put Ranger decals on it. All right, man. I guess we could pull this off. Oh no, you good, man. It's all learning, and honestly, you didn't do bad for it being your first, first class with like minimal experience.
Starting point than a lot of people, especially myself. Like I said,
Yeah.
I wish I had started someone the first time when I had been here instead of like Broadway.
I'm gonna hand y'all down this this vinyl that y'all could work with, cause I've been holding this for a minute. Let me see. I just got a bunch of shit in here. What is this? This right here is a hood wrap, satin black. Takers. Hood wrap. Rock, paper, scissors for a satin black hood wrap. Is this another one?
I think so.
Oh, there you go. Hood wrap. Satin black printed. All right, then I got yeah, this hard to. Woo.
You got a big Avery Dennison box right there.
So that one is the fade wrap. It got printed out wrong the first time, and they printed me another one for free, and I just kept that one. So this is a good amount of vinyl to work with. So you can mess around with that. Mess around with that. Yeah. And I'll save the rest of this for another class. Or we might even use this tomorrow.
I would
With
say
you.
that I would send people your way, but I don't want people thinking that they know more than me.
You said what?
I said I don't want people thinking they know more than me. Yeah, I just wait and then when I get a little experience, I'll just pass somebody. I don't know. I'm like, well, it's a guy named RJ.
Hey, that's how you supposed to be, man. You got to be competitive. It's a dog eat dog. I promise you. How many people was willing to teach you how to rap in your area? Nobody. It's a dog eat dog in this industry. I'm telling you.
Crazy. I had to drive 2 hours just to.
2 hours.
2 hours just to like.
And if I'm being honest with you, if there's somebody out here who knows, like people like Cam, like certain shops that I know out here that aren't good and they wanted to learn stuff from me, I'm not gonna teach you. But I'll teach like new people, like, cool, you know, y'all just getting started and stuff like that. But if you ever run in the shop and it's doing like numbers and you ask me for help, I'm like, bro, you on your own now. I'm like, you on your own now, man. But in the beginning, you know, I'm always gonna help people get started because I know how hard it was to get started. But yeah.
I mean, like I was saying, I think the hardest part, it hasn't been the vinyl or like learning. The hardest part has been trying to get people to see the value in what you're doing or whatever. Instead of like people who get their cars wrapped, 9 out of 10, they go into the same person who got the car wrapped. But newer people.
All right, people getting mad. Hold on.
It's like, jump on.
They got mad. I'm skipping comments. Why not? Was it hard to get where you are as a young black business owner? Yeah, man. It's a lot of determination, motivation. I don't think color has anything to do with it. I think entrepreneurship is just hard in general.
Yes, sir.
So, yeah, I don't think color got nothing to do with it. If anything, you probably self-conscious because you're a black man or Spanish man or something like that. But that's not the case. When it comes down to it, it's just skill. I'll be at people's shop like this with my Compton shirt, rapping the hell out of their stuff, and they're like, dang, man, he's good at what he does. It's really got nothing to do with race or anything when it comes down to the tradesman work. So yeah, let's see. Yeah, I mean, I think it's all mental too, man. Like, overcome that. Just get proficient in your trade, and your quality is gonna show. Color change, vinyl tips. I got videos, I got a bunch of videos teaching where to buy, you know, tips, stuff like that. Tools to get. All you can watch on my page. Yeah, I mean, granted, I'm in North Carolina. I don't know how it is in every area. I don't know if race plays a role, if there's more racist people in other areas. So I'm not speaking for everyone, but I'm in my area. I got a lot of brothers that are black out here, and they tell me entrepreneurship isn't possible for them or that. And I think it's all a mental thing. I went through the military and stuff like that, so it kind of changed my perspective on what's possible. So that's what helped me. 360 degrees. So we got a Porsche in here. It's the shop. Present the Porsche. Y'all want to see it? So this one's getting PPF done on it. I think it's a 911 Carrera 4S. So, but I'm also a reporter. If you're ever interested in having a story done on the radio for free, yeah, man. If you can, message me on RJ the Rapper on Instagram. I'm always down for interviews and stuff like that. I do them all the time. I do podcasts and stuff. So, yeah, just let me know. I don't know what year that is. I think it's a 2024. Might be wrong though. Not too sure. But all right, y'all. we finna sign off. Appreciate y'all stopping by. Appreciate the compliments and stuff. Appreciate the support and views. And I'll see y'all next